Greetings, citizens of Nerdtropolis. Sean Todd here, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and my guests today are the stars of NBC's extended family, Jon Cryer and Donald Faison.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, John and Donald. What a pleasure. I'm super stoked to be talking to both of y'all today. Y'all are a couple of television icons.
Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean, you stop it with your flattery. It'll get you nowhere.
Oh, it gets me everywhere. That's what I do as the mayor of Nerdtropolis. It's what I do. But I'm a big fan of both of y'all. And congrats on extended family.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It has been a long road to get extended family out to you public people. I mean, we shot the pilot like almost 2 years ago. And we were one of the first shows to have a full studio audience after COVID. And we were so excited to get it out there. And then it just took forever. It took forever. But thank you. Thank you for enjoying it. And I love that the three of us, all our names rhyme. Sean, Don, and John.
I love it.
I love that.
I need a cameo then. But no, I was just actually in LA for the Critics' Choice Awards, and I tried to catch a taping of Extended Family, actually. But due to y'all's but y'all's crazy LA traffic, I couldn't get to the other side of town. I was actually doing a studio tour and managed to go to a taping of the show you follow, Night Court. Which was a great thing to check out. But when I come back, I need to come see what it's like to be in the audience for Extended Family.
Come through, we'll pull you from the audience.
Yes. We will humiliate you publicly.
I'm down for that. I'll pay big money for that. That's a great experience.
Right on.
I'll buy that for $1.
$1.
There you go.
I just watched RoboCop again.
I love it. But how did two New Yorkers get roped up in doing a hilarious show that takes place in Boston, out of all places?
Yeah. I asked myself that same question. How did I wind up in Boston? I love Boston now. Let me just put it that way. Now that I'm the owner of the Boston Celtics, Boston's the best. And I mean that with all my heart, okay? Not only, go ahead, John.
Yeah, the very original script, the very first script took place in New York, actually, because Wick and Amelia actually met in New York City. And so they ended up sharing an apartment in New York, even though he was working in Boston a big chunk of the time. But we just thought, well, that's no fun at all. You know, it's like you got Boston, which is this city with incredible personality that
and O'Malley's
hasn't been
from there.
Yes, and Mike O'Malley is from that area, and Tom Werner, our big head honcho producer, owns the Boston Red Sox, and you got this city with this incredible personality to it. It's like, let's take advantage of that. Let's have fun.
Yeah, it's a great show. Yeah, I love it that the Boston Celtics are involved. We're in Houston, so I'm a Rockets fan. So
you guys are doing pretty well. And I'm sorry what happened with Ime, you know what I mean? But you guys got Ime because of what happened in Boston. So you're welcome.
That's a wild story too. That needs to be a sitcom itself, to be honest. That could be a spinoff of Extended Family or something. But how does a live audience actually impact your performance during taping? When I had my experience at Night Court, it's very interesting first time doing that. So I'd like to know, how do y'all feel about these audiences being there?
You know, I used to think it was a show. I was doing a show for the live audience. The show is for the people at home. And I didn't realize that until a friend of mine, Jon Cryer, was like, no, the live audience is your tool for timing. That is your tool.
Yes,
that is your gauge.
They're effectively a member of the creative team. Yeah, they're effectively a member of the cast, and they're incredibly helpful and important in that way. Plus, for some reason, performing in front of people gives me a shot of adrenaline that is terrifying. But that energy helps, and it helps the comedy move along.
Yeah, it was a great experience, and both of y'all had very long careers. Comedy is a big part of it. What do y'all love most about comedy, and what were the type of shows, the sitcoms y'all grew up loving that made you go, I want to do that?
I just like at a very young age, I like the feeling of making people laugh, the feeling that I felt after they laughed. And then as far as sitcoms go as a kid, like Three's Company was a big one for me. A Different World was a big one for me. There's some sitcoms that weren't necessarily sitcoms, 5 camera, but like Parker Lewis Can't Lose. I remember that show. That was huge for me. So I wanted to get into television so I could make shows like that. And so to be a part of this is full circle because I've always wanted to do it.
Yeah, like I was a big fan of like Mary Tyler Moore and Maude, and I'm a little bit older than Donald.
Just a little bit.
So generationally, that's where I was. But I loved those, All in the Family, all those multicams. But what I love about like Parker Lewis Can't Lose was that show only ran like a season or 2 seasons,
maybe a season.
Yeah. But it's funny because you forget nowadays, we consider a show that ran a season like, oh, that was a flop, but it means a lot. If people see themselves in it, or if they see something that resonates with them, it really actually means a lot, even if you just got 1 season. I was forever changed by the 3 seasons that Wonder Woman ran, mostly because I fell in love with Linda Carter. But at any rate, it makes you realize that it's it's kind of an honor to be able to get this stuff out on the air at all, so that people can really engage with it.
Donald, it's no secret you are a fan of John's work. Have the two of y'all interacted much prior to the show? Because y'all's chemistry is really great. And can y'all talk about the first time y'all met each other?
We met one time before the show, and it was at an award show. And I believe I gushed to him about how great he was. And then he started telling me how great I was. And I just remember not paying attention anymore. Just like,
Well, it is weird when you go places and you meet people that you admire greatly and they're familiar with your stuff. It is really shocking. A lot of times they're not. And they're just like, hey, hi, thank you. But every now and then you'll meet people and they're, well versed in what you do. And it's and it's really, you feel like, oh, wow, I'm part of I guess a community of people that do this stuff, that those are moments when you feel very lucky as well. But we met at an award show many years ago. But never worked together until now.
Yeah. Never saw each other again until the Zoom call.
The Zoom call, when they were putting the show together. I was just at an award show and I met Kiefer Sutherland.
How is that possible?
How is it possible that I have not met Kiefer Sutherland until this moment? But that's the way the world is.
So y'all do have really great chemistry together on the show. Looking forward to more episodes actually too. I'm actually talking to Abigail Spencer next week. Y'all have any like tidbits about her I can drop in there, kind of surprise her?
Ask her about all the vacations she goes on. Be like, so you're always on vacation. Do you
She's the most
save your money?
Person. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's amazing. I think she works out deals though. I think she gets deals because she's an Instagram influencer and stuff.
Maybe, but she ain't never in America.
No. She is an amazing world traveler. And always has these amazing stories of where on earth she's been. And we like go home for, like if we had a week off, it's like we use it to sit in the house and do nothing. Yeah. And she'll come back and be like, oh, I was in the south of France. And then I took a boat around the Cape Horn and then we climbed a mountain in Peru. And you're like, what?
I was on the couch fiddling with my balls all week. Which did what?
Y'all are hilarious.
And
until next time.
Okay, have a good one. Sorry you had to get that graphic.
Once again, this is Sean Taj, the mayor of Nerdtropolis, and stay tuned for more movie news, reviews, interviews, and trailers.